Let's bring in the Georgia Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger. Secretary Raffensperger, thank you for joining us again this morning. If I hadn't heard that tape with my own ears, I couldn't believe that a president of the United States would be doing that to a top election official in your state. What were you thinking and feeling during that hour?
George, for the last 2 months, we've been fighting the rumor whack-a-mole. And it was pretty obvious very early on that we've debunked every one of those theories that have been out there, but the President Trump continues to believe them. We debunked the one about, through State Farm Arena. We debunked that with WSB here in Atlanta. Ware County, they reported 26% difference. It was actually 0.26%. So we've continued to debunk this. We believe that truth matters. We continue to fight to get our message out, but it's fighting the rumor whack-a-mole daily.
Did you feel the pressure when he said, find the votes?
No, we have to follow the process, follow the law. Everything we've done for the last 12 months follows the Constitution of the state of Georgia, follows the United States Constitution, follows state law. We were having to, adapt to a pandemic, and that did pose challenges. One team, the Democrat Party, really jumped on the absentee ballot program. We didn't have to change any state laws for them to do that, but they just grasped onto an existing state law with no excuse absentee voting, which is actually supported by our current state party chairman when he was a state senator. He supported and voted for it. It's not something I supported, but it's no excuse absentee voting. We stood up an online portal with photo ID for people to get their absentee ballots. We did signature match.
The New York Times reports that there were 18 other calls since the election from the White House switchboard to your office. Had you spoken to the president before yesterday? If not, what were those calls about?
No, I never believed it was appropriate to speak to the president, but he pushed out. I guess he had his staff push us, and they wanted to call. The challenge that we have, first of all, we're in a litigation mode with the president's team against the state of Georgia. And whenever you say anything, then you do have to have your advisors there. They had to have their advisors there with lawyers. And so I just preferred not to talk to someone when we're in litigation. We let the lawyers handle it. But we took the call, and we had a conversation. He did most of the talking. We did most of the listening. But I did want to make my points that the data that he has is just plain wrong. He had hundreds and hundreds of people, he said, that were dead that voted. We found 2. That's an example of he has bad data.
David Worley, a Democratic member of the state election board, which you chair, has asked you to open an investigation into the call. Will you open that investigation?
I believe that because I had a conversation with the president. Also, he had a conversation with our chief investigator after we did the signature match audit of Cobb County last week. There may be a conflict of interest. I understand that the Fulton County District Attorney wants to look at it. Maybe that's the appropriate venue for it to go.
You're an election official. Did you consider it a lawful request when the president asked you to find the votes?
I'm not a lawyer. All I know is that we're going to follow the law, follow the process. Truth matters, and we've been fighting these rumors for the last 2 months.
You've said you voted for the president, wanted him to win. Knowing what you know now, would you vote for him again?
I support Republicans. I always have. I probably always will.
So you'd vote for him again?
Well, President Trump is not on the ballot in 2024 right now, so we'll just have to wait and see what would happen.
Secretary Raffensperger, thanks for your time.